pen. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints you rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all. Keep it flow. But can't...
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, 1st down. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
You got tight right there.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A good run by Jordan Howard. And now another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
they've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Jordan Howard, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Right back to him on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. McMullen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike 58 right there. 63. 65. No.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Colin Saunders able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Howard. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On 2nd down, Love. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Love. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Third and long for Mayfield. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike 50, Mike 50. All right, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go.
To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brent. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. type of big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
59. All right.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Love. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the post.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left. And this is Parker, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Good. 180.
A 1st throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, 133. Check.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
But not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing. Mayfield. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Steve, sit.
From the gun, Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you're content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He finds Howard complete. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Past the 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Here's Bell. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mayfield now. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Got it. Mike's 50. I'm coming. Check safety.
Now Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Howard. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
I'm coming. Tighten up. Go Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Under 10. 10. Okay, alert 33. I got you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
180. 50. Check my 50. I'm trying to collect.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Flushed out right. Got a man. It's Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Buying time to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Jackson throwing again. That's caught by Howard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw again is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check, 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 check. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Check it out, read. Undercut. Regular. Go. Let's shot.
Now they try the right side here. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied, 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game, 4th quarter. Makes this thing a little bit more interesting. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Baltimore, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Not a day in my life. conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real what's round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running in down the finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Gonna see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm ready and 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running in down the finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm ready and 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be presto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexicans, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'ma praise those. Never save no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to guard.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her claim she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what point to guard.
Big numbers, 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry coat is shield. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your brum, for your post, to pop in your projects. Pain driven, itchy, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it.